Good morning. Well, yeah, you're in the West Coast. Good morning, Ajarae. This is Danny. I said I would actually be brave and throw a video. This is how I wake up. Looking a little bit crappy, but that's okay. Yeah. It's good for crappy rolls, right? Yeah. The scary dude. Yeah. All right. Who knows where I'm going with this? So I would just watch your three videos back to back to back. Got some good information on it, so thank you. I won't be doing your course till 44 days of anything is too much for me. When I was watching your video, I was actually a little surprised how I'm not sure if you intended it, although I'm starting to think maybe you did, just because there's so much in it. There's a lot of seeds and CDs and one, two, three, four, and I warned you if you read in my email that I do a little bit of stand up stuff, so I'm not always appropriate, but it's meant in good fun, um, not to offend, which is as a comedian nowadays you have to qualify that because even though you go up on a stage and it's like you're here to laugh, some people take it serious and can cause a lot of problems when you're in the parking lot later at night. Yeah. So I think I mentioned in there. No, I did mention in there about you have a great voice, and so I know you know Elise. So maybe if you're not already doing it, you should be recording books and stuff to get some extra coin that way as well. I'm back in the swing officially now. I've actually sent some things out and applied for some things, uh, even even yesterday, which is Valentine's Day, which tells you how sad that is. Old guy, single, and not really worrying about moving on. I'm just I'm here. Someone wants me, but they're going to have to make most of the effort. But career wise and money wise, it's time to get back to work. And yeah. So, anyways, I think you're on to lots of good stuff. Sounds like you're doing very well in the career and in your job. Um, I mentioned about Dennis. I think. Yeah, Dennis, I did. Dennis, I mentioned in there. We met years ago in society that he actually approached me on the beach, believe it or not. So we were walking along the beach and talking. I can give you the little story because it's a fun story. So, anyways, he does the old, everyone keeps calling out Russell Crowe to me. I'm like, hmm, you don't look like a Russell Crowe to me. You look more like a Dennis Quaid to me. And he looks over me because he didn't know I knew who he was, which, I mean, why wouldn't he? But he didn't think I knew who he was. So, anyways, from there, he invited me in for a beer. Sat at one of the major ones on the beach there in Sayulita. Had a beer, met his bodyguard checked me out first, and then his wife, who sells real estate. Well, if it's still his wife, it's years ago now. Anyways, so I was doing real estate in Sayulita, so we ended up chatting a bit, and then I just had a fun time blowing them off, saying, okay, well, I got to get going. And then when they were leaving in a limousine, and they drove by where I was doing one of those walk up, getting some more beer because I was on a beer day. You do that sometimes when you're in Mexico, right? You just cut loose and have fun. So, anyways, I was on a beer day. I hear him. They sold the vehicle piece behind me, kind of, because I'm looking at the guy who I'm buying beer from, and I'm hearing from Dennis calling, "Hey, Dad, it was really nice meeting you. I'll see you again." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, fine. See you later." And I could hear him laughing. I could hear her laughing. Probably the bodyguard was laughing. Yeah. So I think you'll remember the moment because it was like, whoa, I'm not as special as I thought. But he is. He's a great actor. I actually really liked the series I saw him on to do with his family and I think the water was drying out and they were stealing water from their neighbors by digging deeper. Can't remember the name of the series. I watch so much stuff these days. Um, you know, 2 years of COVID and not really working, so I'm all caught up. I'm over caught up on all shows and series. They're all starting to blend now. You know, when you watch too much, you're going, I know I saw that, but can't remember how it ends. So I wish you the best, and you know, keep reaching out with free stuff. But until I get back to work and I'm not paid for anything, and yeah, expose me as much as you want. I'm a good guy. I know a few other people down there. Lee Curtis. She's talked to me more than a few times, but she's been up here, pulled me aside, and talked to me. So if you showed her my face, just as you showed Dennis, they go, I know that guy. But they might not remember why they know me, because I'm a nobody, right? I'm just, you know, small potatoes. But still love it, still enjoy it. As far as what I'm looking for, I guess I could use an LA rep as well, because, you know, I haven't got one back up here, but usually I just have to walk in an office and not be cocky, but I can make dollars for them, so I can usually find someone to, you know, work with me. But you know, I'm like second, third tier. You know, I'm like I'm good for bouncing off for the actors. They all like working with me as far as, you know, playing off, because, you know, I give them their floor and their time, and I don't impose. I don't try to oversell myself and take away from what they're doing. So that's one of my strengths, and I'm okay with that. Actually, smaller the role is somewhat better for me. Just do a good job. It's not like I don't try. I try hard to nail what they want. And you know, there's nothing better than like on the Man in High Castle's last one I did, where there was 3 scenes that I did where I spoke in all of them, but unfortunately 2 were cut. But anyways, when I was in those scenes, it was the actors that, you know, the leads that were getting correct and asked to redo stuff, and I just, you know, stayed quiet, did what I did, and then waited to hear if I was going to get redirections. But the only thing I got on one of them was an add-on. It's like, hey, Dad, you really like that? Can actually do a pause and add this as well. So, you know, and I did that and did our 3 takes, and it was what they wanted. So, you know, there's nothing better than, okay, we're moving on. So it's a compliment in itself. And I strive for that, actually. I strive for not costing them reels or, like, you know, refilming, reshots, having them wonder why the hell they hired me. So yeah, and I don't know if you have a single, maybe a little older, because I am older, a little older sister, maybe a really cute mom that's single now. That's for me. I have this bit I've been doing lately about it's, you know, like the problems of the world, right, with racism and everything, and so I call it, well, we need more crossbreeding. You know, I do my part. Yeah, I think if we all could love each other and stop hating each other and finding reasons to dislike each other through racism, politics, government, you know, political interests, it's all bullshit. All that's bullshit. People like people, get along, have a good time, and treat each other fair. And for me, it's been easy, because I've never had that. I don't know why I don't have it. I'm glad I don't, but you know, it's not like I don't see, you know, racism and around the world. By the way, because I've actually lived in other parts of the world. Like, I did live in Mexico for 5 years. I did live in Asia for 5 years. You know, and living and working in a country, you see that racism isn't. And let me see this morning. Racism isn't a specific ethnic group. It's throughout the world, and groups to groups, and, you know, Chinese, Japanese, Malaysians, Singaporeans. It just doesn't end. It's there. Some highlight it more, some highlight it less, but it's stupid. It's ugly. It's unproductive. And if all of us, I'll call myself a sheep. If all of us sheep could get together, we could certainly get rid of all the wolves and the sheepdogs, because the sheepdogs are as bad as the wolves if they support the wolves. All right, I blabbered for quite a bit. I doubt you're even here. Maybe your assistant. Hey, assistant, if you're watching this, you might say, you probably don't want to watch this one. She'll probably say, okay, fine. So you'll never see it. But if you need a laugh, hopefully there's a laugh or two in here. And yeah, if I ever end up down in LA, I will send an email saying, hey, I'm going to be in LA, and you probably don't want to meet me, but if you do, well, let's go to your favorite coffee shop, or actually, I'm a beer drinker, so let's go for a beer. All right, take care. Bye.